Why does life ultimately end in death? It is a question we all know the answer to, yet somehow we don't truly understand. But it isn't just about life. The Earth, and indeed the entire observable universe, is born to die. This is the fundamental law of the cosmos, a law that nothing and no one can rewrite. 500 million years ago, in the distant M742 galaxy, a consciousness once asked a starship captain, "What is the ultimate fate of the universe?" The answer was a single word: entropy. But what is entropy? It is a concept that is incredibly powerful, yet notoriously difficult to grasp. In the early 19th century, physicists discovered that the engine of the world is energy. They successfully formulated the law of conservation of energy, that the total amount of energy in an isolated system remains constant. But there was a problem that haunted them. Energy could never be converted with 100% efficiency. They tried 1,000 different methods, yet they could never bring energy loss down to zero. There was always a tax paid to the universe. They called this wasted, unusable energy entropy. Later, this concept was solidified as the Second Law of Thermodynamics. It states that energy conversion will always generate entropy. In simpler terms, perpetual motion machines are impossible. You can't get something for nothing. To put it simply, imagine entropy as a measure of chaos or disorder. The second law tells us that everything eventually tends toward maximum entropy. Unless you apply external force, things will always drift toward chaos. Think about it. Why does a car break down faster if you leave it sitting in a garage for years? Why does a room get messy on its own if you don't clean it? Why, as the poet Robert Frost wrote, can nothing gold stay? It is because maintaining order, maintaining beauty, requires energy. Without the constant injection of energy, that beautiful state collapses. Life is no exception. From the moment a life is born, its internal entropy begins to rise. The food you eat, the water you drink, it's all just energy consumed to fight against this rising tide of disorder. Schrödinger once said that life feeds on negative entropy. From beginning to end, you are in a constant war against death. You can slow down the rate of entropy, but you can never stop it completely. When your entropy reaches a critical threshold, the biological machine fails. Life ends. All we can control is the speed of the decline. The same logic applies to human civilization. From the first time our ancestors sparked a fire to the high-speed technological growth of today. On one level, it looks like progress. But view it through the lens of physics, and it's different. Like everything else in the universe, we are contributing to the heat. Why do we invent high-tech solutions? Why do we seek new energy sources? We are simply finding new ways to suppress the accumulation of local entropy. We need energy to keep our world stable and orderly. But order comes at a price. That price is paid elsewhere: pollution, global warming, extinction events. Physicists tell us that entropy is never destroyed, it is only moved. To create order here, we must export chaos there. From the moment scientists discovered entropy, they realized that eternal life is a physical impossibility. Everything drifts toward chaos. Since the Big Bang, 13.8 billion years ago, the universe has been marching toward disorder. From the smallest microbe to the largest celestial body, the script seems written in advance. Every entity has a different breaking point. A mayfly lives for a day, a tortoise for centuries. Our sun may burn for 10 billion years. 100 years is a blink of an eye to the cosmos, yet it feels like an eternity to us. According to the law of increasing entropy, there will come a moment when the universe itself dies, the heat death. But what force governs entropy, and what lies outside the universe? These are answers we may never find.